time for another stock review. This time we are talking Ocugen, OCGN, and we are back in the lab once again with biopharmaceuticals. As you know, these are some of the highest risk stocks, but when they get it right and we discover something great, then we can make a lot of gains here. But it's very expensive industry, very risky, and very, very difficult to make money unless you get it right. But we'll try and turn on the printing machine for you. Let's have a look at the stock. Now then, in this review, it'll be the most honest review you've ever seen because I'm not in the stock. I only own the S&P 500, so I'm completely transparent. I use the most advanced algorithmic software, which my members can get and use for free. There's no cost here. Also, I do all these reviews for my members. It's one of the perks that you get. We also have Meet the CEO series. We've had CEOs on the show. They like to be on, and I'll tell you how you can get your favorite CEO for your favorite company that you're investing in, or perhaps you work there, and how you can be on the show later on. During this review, you're going to see the balance sheet, the profit and loss, the solvency score, the inside trading, latest news and trends, who's talking about the stock. We'll also compare the stock to the S&P 500. It's important to do that. Look at the latest news, look at the latest the press releases, what is going on. All these things we will cover during this video. So if you like this, please do share it and tap the like button and leave me a comment. If you do comment to me, I will reply back to all of my members. I reply back to everyone. Okay, and below the video, you'll see the links for the software that I use. You'll also see the invitation to invite the CEO on the show, and I'll talk to you about that in a few moments. Now, we start basic. I often get, particularly from these kind of stocks, I get somebody who's the sort of person that doesn't really take the time to watch anything, more like a comic book reader. They will watch the first minute of the video, say he didn't do anything, see anything, and they didn't get into the meat and bones of the video. This is just the introduction, and I know because I can see when people watch and all the rest of it, and it happens a lot with this kind of stock. So I hope this doesn't happen on this one. Please take the time to review to the end of the video, and you will know all about this particular stock, and then you can comment to me and say whether you liked it or didn't, or disagree or whatever. But we do start basic because we like to start basic because investing doesn't have to be complicated. We're just looking for a well-run business with a good story, makes money, doesn't have much debt, and does something proprietary and unique and knows how to return a profit. And that can be established in the first few minutes, to be honest with you. We don't need to get too fancy about it. Ocugen. What is Ocugen? Well, you can see here, since it opened up, we've obviously had reverse splits, or potentially, I would imagine. 2014, the stock had a couple of little pops there, look, but essentially been running sideways now for ages. In fact, since about 2019, we've been going pretty much sideways all this time. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Well, again, you have to zoom in to get the real picture. If we zoom in, of course, it looks a little bit more up and down. But when you look at the world from space, it's as smooth as a marble. But clearly, it's not as smooth as a marble if you're on top of Mount Everest. Anyway, let's go into it. And what is it? Okay, we are live 10 minutes before the bell. We may have to pause this video to ring the bell and then come back to it. Ocugen is a biopharmaceutical company, very high risk stuff this, which engages in development and commercialization of the therapies of cure eye diseases. Its product pipeline and candidates include OQ400, OQ410, OQ200, and COVAXIN. The firm's modifier gene therapy platform is engaged in addressing retinal diseases, including retinitis, pigmentosa, leber congenital, and amaurosis. I apologize if I get some of these names correct. I get criticized for it sometimes. I'm not a doctor or a scientist, and I'm reading it for the first time because I make hundreds of videos a week. I'm sight reading all of this, so I apologize if I get the odd word wrong. And dry age-related macular degeneration. The company was founded by Shankar Musunuri and Uday B. Kompella in 2013, and is headquartered in Malvern, PA. The listed name is Ocugen, OCGN. Founded in 2013, but only... well, when did it go public? Let me just scroll back a minute. 2013, the all-time here was 2014. Oh, there we go. It went public straight away, it looks like. Maybe it was a year before it went public. But anyway, 2014 there. It founded in 2013. 84 employees, and there is the CEO, Shankar Musunuri. We'd love to welcome you on the show. We'd love to have you here. If you'd like to be on the show, it's an open invitation. I've had many CEOs and many more to come on the show. We can share your story. I don't pump and dump stock. I only S&P, but I like to share to the world great companies. So we spread the story, we help you grow, because we rank number one for the most of the stocks that we cover on Google and YouTube, and we'd love to learn about your company. Now, if one of the investors would like to invite the CEO onto the show, look below in the description. You will find the invitation, invite the CEO video, which you can use in accompaniment with this one. And what I'd suggest, you either email investor relations, or what you can do is create a Reddit group or a Facebook page or some social media group around the stock, and I will provide you with earnings, reports, breaking news, so you can build a community knowing that as one of my members, I'm going to provide you footage and information to fill your community. And as you grow, they'll get to hear about you, or you'll contact them. Let me know, and let's have them on the show. That's how it works. And maintenance, if you're buying this with maintenance, it's regarded as high risk. Average volume 7.86. So there's a bit of volume here. Today's volume 28 million. Okay. Dividend yield, no dividend yield. Price to earnings ratio, losing money, negative 413. Low, 52-week low, 34 cents. 52-week high, 171. Who are we in bed with? Just some news just out. Ocugen wins appeal. Securities lawsuit dismissed. Tip ranks. That's some news just out. Interesting. Okay, we're not going to cover that right now. We've got other news to come to. Earnings. We've got... negative 6 cents a share expect on the 1st of April. So next week we'll be doing the earnings, and as you can see, the earnings have steadily really been moving in a steadily upward direction towards cash positive. Let's hope they can excuse me. It's a live show. If we could beat on earnings, we have beaten a couple of times. We also have missed a few times, but we are trending upwards. If we can get cash positive, that's very, very good for the business, of course. 1st of April, if this gets 100 likes and a lot of comments, we may cover the earnings. Or if one of my members super chats and requests it, then we will cover the earnings of this and see what it does. Right, who are we in bed with? In other words, who else is investing in this company? What other companies do they invest in? Zomedica, we just covered that a couple of days ago. A pet, lots of cats and dogs. I covered that one. SNDL, I also covered that one. So we got some essentially penny stocks here, which means volatility, of course, which means a lot of gamblers, also some real investors, but it also means short potential, all this kind of stuff around the stock. Okay, it's 8 minutes before the bell goes. I'm trying to get as much as I can before the bell. You never know. I might even finish the review. Who knows? So tap the like button if you like it so far, or subscribe, or ring the bell. Okay, let's now look at some more information based around the company and some latest news. Let's see if this stock actually can make sense and is worth your money, your investment. Okay, here is the company, our people, about Ocugen. What's it all about? Our leaders have a proven track record of success across the healthcare industry in biopharmaceutical research, commercialization, medicine, and operations. They bring their individual experiences into the public sector and private industry, so the collective work we are doing to benefit patients. We share a common goal: identify and develop revolutionary science to bring something unique to the healthcare landscape, has a way to impact diseases and conditions like no other therapeutic option can be bold, act with urgency, demonstrate ingenuity, and show resolve. There you go. This is the company, and this is what they do. Meet our founders. Dr. Musunuri, we talked about him earlier, the CEO. I'd love to have him on the show and learn more about him and why and how he became the CEO of this company. Wonderful. Let's have a look at some news I've just picked up. Just out a couple of days ago, Ocugen announces dosing completion of subjects with geographic atrophy in cohort 1 of phase 1/2 clinical trial evaluating the safety and efficacy of OCU 410. Just the first paragraph. Our biotechnology company focused on discovering, developing, and commercializing novel gene and cell therapies and vaccines today announced that dosing is complete in its first cohort of its phase 1/2 Armada clinical trial for OCU410, a modifier gene therapy candidate being developed for geographic atrophy, GA, and advanced stage of dry age-related macular degeneration. GA affects approximately 1 million people in the United States alone. Just this final piece here, I think it's worth reading. We are very enthusiastic about the potential of OCU410 as a one-time treatment for life with a single subretinal injection, said Dr. Shankar Musunuri. That means, yes, injecting into your eye. Sounds not very nice, but trust me, I've had my eyes lasered. It probably wouldn't be as bad as it sounds. CEO and co-founder of Ocugen. While there are currently 2 recently approved products for the treatment of GA, both require approximately 6 to 12 intravitreal injections annually and target only the complement system. OCU410 addresses multiple pathways causing DAMD, including complement lipid metabolism, inflammation, and oxidative stress. Okay, some good news there coming out. What about the numbers then? What about the numbers? Let's get straight into it and look at the numbers. Does it stack up? Can you make money from this? So before you get your credit card out, Mr. Jordan Smith, and buy this stock, let's go through the numbers and let's see if it all adds up. Here we go. Let's start off with the intrinsic value. Does it make sense? Well, we're about to find out. Tap the like button, subscribe if you like this news, and also, of course, this will promote the stock because we will trend for this. We always do. Okay, let's go into it now. Here we go. The intrinsic value, we are saying is overvalued by 78%. Overvalued, okay? People are buying it, but we only say it's worth 34 cents. Is it reliable, this intrinsic value today? No. Based only on its DCF valuation and doesn't use any relative valuation using multiples. So we cannot be reliable that this is enough. We need to dig further. Okay, let's dig further. The valuation back test, it's not available because the information is unreliable. What about the Q3 earnings? Okay, Ocugen, a pioneering biopharmaceutical company, shared upbeat updates on the modifier gene therapy based phase 1/2 OCU400 study, preparing to begin the phase 3 trial in retinitis, pigmentosa patients early 2024. After FDA discussions, they aim to expand the OCU400 trial for leber congenital amaurosis later this year, contingent on positive phase 1/2 results. Ocugen is on track with other programs such as NeoCart and noted inclusion in a NIAID-funded phase 1 COVID-19 vaccine trial. They expect a transformative 2024 with initial phase 3 starts and revenue growth forecast at 5 to 10%. Financially, R&D, research and development costs have decreased from 15.6 million to 6.3 million, and the company holds 53 million in cash and investments. Okay, that's looking good. What about the financials? Very little information here. Very little information. If we don't have it, we can't present it. Operating income is up 9%. Net income is up 9%. Financing cash flow is down 3%. Investing cash flow is up 53%. That's a negative. Operating cash flow is up 0.9%. What about the balance sheet? 74 million in assets, 16 million in liabilities. That's good. Long-term debt, 1.5 million. 1.5 million equates to 9% of their balance of their liabilities. That's good. So we have a long-term debt of 1.5 million, but we do have 53 million in cash. So very good balance sheet, plenty of money. Shouldn't perhaps need to go to the investor to raise funds. We always need more money. These are expensive businesses after all, but they do have a bit of cash. They've got manageable debt. Balance sheet will look good. I expect the solvency score to be nice. Margins at the moment aren't very good. It's investing at the moment. Margins are all negative, not good there at all. Okay, there you go. Profitability, no surprise, 19, very low. Everything is low apart from ROE, which is increasing. What about the solvency score? Like I said, it's not going bust. It's got money, it's got cash, it's got a balance sheet. Trials are going well. This is a potential buy from me. It looks like it's doing well in its trials. It's got some money. It's got a good outlook. It's got a manageable debt position. Solvency is good. You can invest perhaps in this. And Wall Street are giving it 160%. 316% or a 441% upside. There's the competition, links above my head and below. Ownership, good news. In the last 12 months, we've seen insiders buying the stock. Very nice indeed. During the last 12 months, Ocugen insiders have bought $100,000 worth of stock. We like that. That was a while ago, though. That was nearly a year ago, June 14th. Nothing since then, but they've not been selling the shares. They've been holding the shares. We like that. We can live with that. What about a short interest? Well, look at this. We have got 18.53%. Remember, right at the top of the video, I said you could have short interest on a stock like this, and there it is. Nearly in a short position, nearly in a short squeeze position, at least 20% and good volume. Let's remind ourselves of the volume of the stock. Let's go and have a look. At the moment, we've got volume of 31 million. Average volume is 8. So we do have a decent amount of volume at the moment, but it's not enough. But it's moving in the right direction though. And as you can see, we're up 20% today. We're up 44% this week. So shorts are getting squeezed slowly now. 79% over the last month. This has the signs of a potential build-up of a short squeeze. Investors, traders particularly, look for this. So we've got a well-run business. We've got a good balance sheet. Not the best balance sheet, but a good balance sheet nevertheless. Short squeeze, trials going well, and volume gaining, potential short squeeze then. That's what people like. Moving on down, we don't have any latest news. This was 2 years ago, so it's getting no attention. So my review will appear here. If I can put a positive spin to this, and so far I am, this will rank up the top. It'll do well. We'll rank on YouTube for this within a week or so, I'm sure. And particularly if I cover the earnings as well, if this gets 100 likes, and we could draw a lot of attention to the stock about the trials going well, about the short interest, about the insiders buying, about the balance sheet. This could be a short squeeze. This has what it needs. All right. What about the sentiment? Okay, over the last 90 days, positive, nothing negative over 30. 7 days, positive energy is gaining, and today it's all positive. This is very, very nice. Okay, let me finish off now by comparing, of course, a back test to the S&P. So before you get too excited, we just need to bring it into balance. Can you make money from this? Well, if we get a short squeeze, you certainly can. And the trials do well, we certainly can. But let's have a look now at the how it compares to the S&P. And is it a good time to buy it? Well, we have to do this, I'm afraid. Let's have a look. The red line is Ocugen. The blue line is the S&P. As you can see, if you bought this back in 2015, your $10,000 is worth $14. Imagine buying it for 10 grand when it came out and now you got 14 bucks. You wouldn't be too happy, would you? No. $10,000 in the S&P, you've got 30 grand. Think of that. Think of that. You could have put 10, you could be 30 grand or $14. $30,000 or $14 if you chose this over the S&P. Don't always write the S&P off as some sort of waste of time. I invest in it and it's not a waste of time. You'll always make money in the end. Ocugen, you're down to 14 bucks. So is it now worth a buy? Well, let's wrap this video up and let's conclude. Is this worth a buy? What am I going to say to this? Well, I'm going to say that it does have some volume momentum building. We have had a bit of a rally recently. Volume is going up. Shorts are getting slowly squeezed. We need a bit more volume though. We don't have over the 20% excessive shorts. It may have already started executing some of those short positions. We've got a reasonable balance sheet. We've got cash on the books. The business isn't going bust. It's not making any money yet, as these companies don't until they come to market. Their trials are going great, but remember, you can go for all the trials and then not get FDA approval and you're down the toilet. Very risky stock. Any of these stocks are risky. Breakthrough sciences and all this kind of stuff is a very risky thing. If it pays off, it can return a great return for you. So there we go. That is what we're looking at today. What do you think? There's a good chance we can see this stock do well, and we can see it's short squeezing potentially with some good media. It doesn't have any. No one's talking about it. So here we go. Click above my head for all the links, down below in the description for all the links. You'll also find the extra channel just here and the music channel. Please go and check that out. Tonight is a very special music night. We're doing that in a few moments for one of our members. So join us for that every Friday. If you want the links as well for my alpha spread, what I use, members can get a free version, or they can get a premium service with a discount, which makes my membership for free. Above my head, down below, these are all the links down here as well, plus the invite to the CEO. If you do set up a Reddit channel around Ocugen or a Facebook page or group, I will provide you with the news. I will support you and help you grow, and you will grow because we rank #1 for all the stocks, most of the stocks now that we cover. I'll cover the earnings if we get a request for it, and then you can build a community and invite the CEO on and build a whole community around your favorite stock. There you go. Over here, more reviews for you as well. I've done many reviews, way over 100 now. And if you'd like to look at those, you can. That's it from me. As always, until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.